the Turkey Sandwich Podcast, Meat and Bread for Your Head. It's day one. It's launch day. It's the very beginning. And I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. We are here. We are finally up and running on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Turkey Sandwich Podcast. It's going to be great having you guys follow along with me. We're going to do everything we can to help you. We're going to be talking about your life, your money, your health, and equipping you with the tools and strategies every day to help you become the best version of yourself. So I wanted to give you guys a little backstory, a little background as to how I came up with the name The Turkey Sandwich Podcast and how this all came to be. So it started about 13, 14 years now. I was about 20 years old, and my big American dream was to own a house, was to own a piece of property, to own a piece of real estate, and to eventually build what I used to joke about. It was to build a real estate empire. That was my big goal at the age of 20. So I didn't have a lot of money. I was working 3 jobs, working like 12 hours a day, all kinds of odd jobs. I was like delivering phone books. I was delivering pizza. I was driving an ambulance. I had all kinds of weird jobs. And I thought in my head, you know what? I'm going to calculate out how much money I need to save every day. And my big dream was to buy a piece of property by the time I was 30. So I got out my spreadsheet and my calculator, and I figured if I can save $10 a day for 10 years, yeah, it sounds crazy, I will have enough piece of money to buy my piece of property by the time I'm 30. So I figured out where in my budget could I cut. And it always came back to eating out. So I was spending about $10 a day excessively on food. And I figured if I can cut that out and save my $10 a day, then by my 30th birthday, I should have enough money to buy my house. So I thought, what could I pack every day in my lunch that would be somewhat healthy, cheap, quick, and easy? I'd get up early in the morning. I didn't have a whole lot of time in the morning. So I started packing a turkey sandwich every day, just a plain turkey sandwich. It was 2 pieces of wheat bread. It was 4 or 5 slices of that deli turkey, that Foster Farms multi-pack where they had like the honey roasted, the basic turkey, and then like the smoked turkey. So that was my big variety. That was all I had. 4 or 5 slices of that. Shout out to Foster Farms. Hopefully we can get them as a first sponsor. And that was it. I slapped the thing together, wrapped it up, and went out the door in the morning. And it started off as kind of being like a joke, like, okay, I'm going to do this for a few weeks, save my money, see where things go, and then I'll, go back to eating out here and there, and it won't be too bad. But anyways, a few weeks turned into months, a few months turned into years. Fast forward a couple years, and I looked down at my bank account, and I was making some huge progress between the $10 a day I was saving and the interest and everything. I had pretty quickly saved up $10,000. So that gave me the motivation to be like, okay, I did this for a few years. I can keep doing this. So that joke of that turkey sandwich a day and saving that $10, it turned into my like badge of honor. It turned into my MO, my calling card, and everybody kind of knew me as the turkey sandwich guy. I'd go into the break room and every day sit down with the same group of people and get out my lunch, and there was my dusty turkey sandwich that was like desert dry. The bread had crusted up. The turkey had kind of dried out and become like a turkey jerky. And everybody would come around and look at my sandwich that basically looked like a pancake. It would get smushed in my lunch under my bottle of water. It basically looked like a pancake. Everybody would make fun of my sandwich and call it a dusty turkey sandwich. That's what they always called it. And we all laughed about it. But every day it was that bitter pill. It was that like little sacrifice that I was making every day that was getting me closer to my bigger dream, my bigger goal that I knew I could accomplish if I could just stick with it, persevere, and give up this one little thing. So I just kept doing it. I just kept grinding, just kept eating my turkey sandwiches every day and watching the money pile up. And I honestly, there were times where I felt like just giving it up and quitting and going back to my old lifestyle. I would see that guy in the corner of the break room eating a ginormous just club sandwich with different kinds of meat and with pickles and onions and lettuce and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, seriously, is this worth it? My sandwich was completely just plain. No mustard, no onions, no lettuce, no tomatoes, no pickles, nothing. Just bread and meat. Your meat and potatoes every day. Just enough to get by, just enough. It was almost so gross that it became like an appetite suppressant where I didn't really need to eat anything else for the rest of the day because my sandwich was so gross. But it was those sacrifices that I'll look back on 10, 20, 30 years from now and think and laugh and be like, it was totally worth it. That was my little act of intentionality every day that I knew if I just stuck with this, I was going to be able to buy my house. So I think it was about a few months before my 31st birthday, I closed on my first condo, on my first piece of property. And that day, I teared up. It still makes me emotional thinking about it. But when I closed on my first piece of property, I knew it was all worth it. At that moment, every little sacrifice I had made was worth it. And I knew I could hit my next goal now. That just got me more motivated, more on fire, and I was ready to buy my next piece of property. So fast forward 3 or 4 more years, I'm hoping to buy my next condo by the end of this year, and then the one after that should only take a year or two. So once I got the ball rolling, once I got over that big hump, that long-term goal, the next few goals are going to get easier and easier and easier. The sacrifices are going to get smaller, but my goals are going to get easier to hit. So now today, it's not a turkey sandwich. It's driving an old used truck. Yeah, I want a new car. Yeah, I probably need it, but my truck gets me from point A to point B. I have a relatively short commute, so if it breaks down, I'll start riding my bike. But it's driving that old used truck, that ugly truck, that embarrassing truck that I'm ashamed of, that's got all the lights on the dashboard, that's barely bumping along. The engine makes funny noises, but it gets the job done. So I'm not really embarrassed by it anymore because it gets me from point A to point B. My son actually loves my truck too. He thinks it's funny. So that's my bigger sacrifice now. But yeah, I mean, occasionally I'll have a turkey sandwich and I'll laugh about it. Every time I take that first bite of a turkey sandwich, I don't care where it's from, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, Subway even, or just making my own turkey sandwich. It makes me laugh. I literally chuckle out loud because I remember those days when I hated my sandwich. But anyways, I just wanted to give you that little story to inspire you, to motivate you, to give you the confidence to know that you can hit your bigger long-term goals and that small sacrifices matter. So I challenge you today, find your turkey sandwich, find that one thing that you can give up every single day to hit your bigger goal, and it's going to happen for you. You got to persevere. You got to be consistent. You got to look at the bigger picture, and you have to stay strong. Keep your emotional gas tank full, stay around positive people, and you can do it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to answer your questions and give you some of the tools and strategies you might need to hit your bigger goals. This is the Turkey Sandwich Podcast. We are here to stay. We are going to be here for you whenever you need us. We're going to be coming at you, giving you advice, giving you tools and strategies, and we're going to knock this thing out. We're going to do it together. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a step-by-step process, but we're going to stick with it. So go ahead and subscribe to the new Turkey Sandwich Podcast channel. I look forward to seeing you guys there, getting some of your feedback, seeing how we can improve this thing, taking questions and feedback, criticism, whatever it is. I want to hear it all. So you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.